Hi everyone, this is Mary. You are watching another little piece of my art, and today I'm going to check out my new purchase from Five Below. These are color changing markers. I saw these on someone else's channel. I cannot remember what channel it is. I just always search for Five Below art supplies because I like to watch, what other people get, and judge my decision somewhat on what they say. So sometimes I have went ahead and bought stuff that people didn't like generally, like the gouache, and I was happy that I did. And other times they were right. So this one seemed to be pretty much of a hit, and although I do not need markers, this is for funsies, and that's why I got them. And I'll find a pencil pouch to put them in. And yeah, so as they roll away, here are the colors that you get. Whoa! I don't know if you can see them all. But here they are. Now, let's talk about what to do. Why, Mary? Why did you buy these? Okay. So, I am working my way through this book. Now, in 2016, my husband got me this book and this book, and he put them in my Christmas stocking. He said they were $2. Wow, wouldn't that be nice? He got them at Five Below at the time, and this one here is near and dear to my heart because my grandson, who was just a little guy at the time, we used to take him out to eat, and he would color in the book versus the placemats that that are at the store, and on the back I would write his name and when he colored it. And now he is going to be getting his driver's license soon. Sometimes I would start something and never finish it, but I will go back and finish these. That's his again. So this particular one is super special to me. I just love it. But I have been working through this one. I also have this one that I purchased on eBay. After, like I said, I got these two. I wondered, well, are there any more? So I went looking, and I think there was 4 in the set, and I think the 4th one was like patterns, like geometrical patterns and stuff. I didn't order it at the time. I might still order it. I don't know. I really like these because of the size. You could do 2 or 3 of them in a night, just sitting and watching TV. It's so nice to have something small to throw in your bag. If you go to the doctor's office, you go to the license bureau, whatever place you go, and you have a long wait, you can just bring a small pencil case with you. This Botanic one here, like I said, I got this from, it's still stiff. But these are made by Paragon. They always make nice books. I always like their paper. But this one is all botanical stuff, so I haven't ventured into this one yet whatsoever. I did buy it used, but there was no pages colored. I don't think so. But just the typical kinds of patterns that you see in these types of books. But what's nice is that they're one-sided, so you can do things with markers if you want to, and whatnot. But yeah, so as I said, I'm working my way through this one, and you have probably seen me show a lot of these pictures. There's some in the back done. I don't know what I was thinking, because I kind of like to go in order for some reason. I was trying to use up a lot of my purples. I was trying to use up a set of 100 gel pens that my brother bought me from Michael's for Christmas one year. That's kind of what this was, or how it started. It's kind of like I didn't really care book, but then it ended up with me caring. So sometimes I stick poems in there that I find that I wrote on paper somewhere or something. Yeah. But this is how it's going. So this is like one of my summer projects because I can throw this easily in my bag, pretty much, if I want to take something with me to the beach or the park or wherever we happen to be hanging out at. Look how beautiful those Ohuhu gel acrylic, what are they? They're not gel pens because you have to pump them. I forget what they were called because Jen sent them to me, but they are so pretty. But yeah, that's what's here. So here's me trying to use up some more gel pens. I think I have, you know, like a good handful, probably like that left. But here we are on this page. So should we just go right in or should we swatch? We should probably swatch. Let's swatch. Because that way the people that just want to see the pens and nothing else can watch that part and then click out of the video if they want to. So that's what we'll do. I do swatch a lot in this journal. Just use this last page as our swatching page. Alright, I gotta move these over a little bit so I have some room to set this down. And we'll give it a go. Alright, so this is how it looks. It just says color changing. Apparently this is like a chisel tip, and then this is a rounded tip on this side. Yep. All right. So this is pretty rough paper. I probably should have used my other paper because this is kind of really toothy, but that's okay. So there's this green, and then the other side is clear, so I'm assuming it's just like alcohol or something. Okay. So, are you seeing my vision? My vision for this is that when I go to color, especially like that botanical book, when I go to color like leaves and things, I can use these and I can use these and make highlights on top of the colors that I'm coloring. My son hasn't texted me all day, and then as soon as I start to do a video, he's texting. Kids. Okay, so now we have there's no colors on them either. Like to tell you, you know, light green, dark green, or whatever. It's just what it is. I think these are going to be fun. If you like things that make special effects, this will probably be right up your alley. So, yeah. But that was my vision when I watched the lady's video. And I saw her testing them out. I was like, leaves. That's the first thing that I thought of in my mind. Because, you know, normally when you're coloring a leaf, you would color the green and then add the yellow to a spot where you didn't put the green. I mean, that's how I do it, but everybody colors different. And this way, you could just go right over where you've already colored and just decide exactly where you want the highlight at. Okay, let's move on to some of the, blues. This is like a teal color. Pretty. I love this color. Just in general life, I love it. So that just makes kind of a lighter, It's not as stark of a difference as the other ones. It's just a lighter blue. You could use these for your sky stuff. So let me gather the blues and we'll see. Okay, that looks green to me, but it's definitely not the color that it shows. It's a lot darker. So this paper does not like these at all, but that's okay. So there's that one. Now we have like a true blue, I guess. Now I've got Madonna playing in my head. Great. True blue, you're the one I'm thinking. I don't know how this one goes anymore. It's been too long. Oh, that's cool. I like that one. Oh, can you guys see? The camera is definitely not doing this one justice because the color on top of the blue is very teal. And for you guys, it's just a different shade of the same blue. And it doesn't look like that in person. Now we have more of a navy color here. Kind of a purple. And that went straight to white. So that's interesting. This is the kind of thing that will get me anytime because you know how I love those pencils that have more than one color in lead and anything like that. I don't know. I really like it. I know it's gimmicky, but I think sometimes, you know, you get tired of using your supplies and things get stagnant and all of a sudden an art supply will come along that just makes you feel like doing stuff again. So I think that this will do that for me. I hope. All right, now let's go into purples. That's a pretty color, even though I'm not a fan of purple. It's like a wine. Oh. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. So this turned blue. Can you see that? It turned, for me, it's blue. For you, it is not. That is so weird. And then we have this more of a raspberry color. Oh, okay. That's different. I wasn't expecting that. So in real life, that is a sea green. If you remember the sea green crayon from when you were a kid, that is what color that is in real life. All right, another purple. To me, that looks very similar to the last purple, but it's more of a grape color. And it turns to a hot pink, a really hot pink. So these are going to be fun. It's just going to be a matter of swatching. Like I might even have to tear this out because whenever you use these, you're going to definitely want your swatch sheet available because I mean, I won't be able to remember how each one turns, you know. But it will make it interesting to do flowers, I think, and any kind of outdoors thing. That one just turned the pink pink, light pink. Let's do this looks like a red. Nice, pretty red. And it looks like it's going to a yellow-orange. So, if you want to color fire, that might be a cool one to use. Here's an orange. I wish they were not chisel tip, but as you can see, if you move fast enough, it's not streaky. Just don't hesitate too much, you know. And then we have kind of just a lighter orange. Now this one might be good for pumpkins coming up on fall pictures that we'll be coloring and drawing. And then here's another orange. I've got several oranges. This one is like a pumpkin orange right here. Oh, can you guys see? Was I off camera? I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. I like this. I know it looks similar to this one on camera. It's very hard to explain, but it's more of a gold color in real life. And here's another orange. Let's put him over here because we're running out of space. So I think maybe too many that are the same, because now it's turned like a lime green. But see, like these two right here, I don't think we needed two of those, really. But it might come in handy for, like I said, the fall pictures. Now here's another one. This is more like a peach on the barrel. Who knows what it's going to come out looking like. But whoever made these really enjoyed this. Is like a melon color. Really enjoyed orange apparently, and that's fine with me because orange is my favorite color. Again, same type of thing with this one and this one. This paper does not like these whatsoever. It wants to rip up the paper. I've kind of ripped it up a little bit right here on this bluish one. So you definitely don't want to use these on, you want to use these on smooth paper. You don't want to use them on paper that has a tooth to it. Well, let's try the pinks. Here's what they look like. We'll see if they're basically the same or not. Very pretty color. Very pretty. I don't know what to call it. Let me put you down this way. I'm still trying to think of a name for it and I can't. Okay. That too looks like it's going to end up being green when it dries. Can you see that? So now, think, you know, you don't have to color the entire thing. Like, this would be great. You color the, let's say, a leaf green, and then you dot it. You can do dots, or you could do patches of color. Like, I'm just doing it as a sample this way so that you can completely see easier how the colors look. This is a bubblegum pink. Yeah, this one will be really pretty on flowers. If you like to color flowers or draw them and color them, whatever. And now we have another orangey one. Well, it's actually more like a yellow, like a dark yellow. But it is not the color of the barrel. So that color is, oh, it's very bright in camera. That color is pumpkin-y looking too. So I'm going to assume that it's going to end up looking like some of the others. Not as big of a contrast. These will be fun in Halloween books. These will be a lot of fun. I'm getting ready to break out my Betty and Veronica and Archie book I work in every Halloween. And I'm going to go ahead and use markers, even though they bleed on some of the pages, because it's better for me to get some use out of the book than never using it because I don't want to ruin it, right? Okay, this one is like a light beige color, but we'll see. Beigeish, peachish color. That's what it looks like on there. Yeah, so I'm tearing the paper up. You can't really see. Can you guys see it all? Well, if I put it a different way. It's just a lighter yellow tone. So you could use this on skin if you wanted to. And then, you know, go over the highlighted portions of the skin, you know, like the tip of the nose and the tip of the chin and whatnot. Would be good. Now we have a yellow. Okay, that is so different than the color of the barrel. That looks like an orange again. So they definitely have the oranges covered. I would have liked more blues, even though I love orange, but I can use orange in my pictures that have skies and sunsets and sunrises. I don't know if you can see or not. Yeah, it's my fault for doing it in this paper. We're going to look at this book in a minute and see the difference. Okay, then we have a brown and a black, and we're done. Brown. I assume this will just turn into a light brown. This one might be good for hair. I'm not sure. Now it almost looks green. I don't know. I think they're kind of funky and something different. So if you're looking to add something different to spark up your coloring or your artwork, there they are at Five Below, and you can get some. This one seems to be dried out on the alcohol. I guess it's just alcohol, so you can always use another one, I think. Let's see. Again, my paper is tearing. So we'll see on regular paper, but that's that one. I think it wants to turn green if it had enough. But those are the swatches. And now I'm looking at this page because that's the next one. Do I have a, yep. Just let me find my back page here. Let me look at these swatches. Take a drink, Diet Coke, not beer. Okay, this one here. I'm interested in that one. That bubblegum pink. Let me find it. Was it this one? Yeah. I'm going to try something with this one. So, I mean, just from the switching of the paper alone, I can tell you that it feels much better. Because that other paper, while I love it, I adore it, I use mostly pencils on there and a lot of watercolor paint. Mostly watercolor paint with pencil over it is what I use there. And it loves that stuff. But markers, not so much. It's just very toothy. So this paper is better. It's very smooth. I mean, not the smoothest of smooths. It's got a little bit of a tooth. You can grab onto pencils nicely, but it's definitely not like the other swatching paper. Okay, without my glasses on, I can't tell if I got it all, but I think so. Then this is for demonstration purposes only. Now, we know that down here is the darkest part, right? Because it's not, the light's not hitting it, but up here would be the lightest part. So let's take this and lighten it up here and see how that looks. Well, it definitely worked. I'll show you close. So you can see my dark pink down there, and then you can see where I've lightened it with the marker there. So that's pretty cool, I'd say. What do you think? And it's getting lighter as we're sitting here. So I think these just have to soak into the paper some and do their thing, you know. And make sure you keep your backing paper back there, because you see how it's alcohol, and now alcohol is going to soak through. You can do this without having to buy new markers by just, you know, putting alcohol on a Q-tip or something else, some kind of makeup applicator or something. I was just trying to show you something fun and see what you thought. Let's use this one. I'm so fascinated by this one. So I think on the sides of each one, it will show you, I think that's how you can identify them with your swatches. It'll show you both of the colors that, you know, comes from it. So these flowers that are coming off of this main flower, see, there's the main flower, and then there's these other ones. Let's do it on there. So I'm just going to color these in. Sloppily, probably. But this is my fun book, my playbook. So I don't take it too seriously, but I want the pages to look nice, you know, because I have other books that are, you know, just like for experiments and stuff. So I want to make sure that I choose the colors that I'm going to finish this page. This page will be in my finished pages for at the end of the month. Okay. So now I think I want to go kind of in the middle, and I wonder if it's going to spread. I feel like I'm doing a science experiment, and I wonder if you should let that dry before you do the first or not. Lots of thoughts, lots of thoughts. Oh my gosh, that's cool. That's super fun, you guys. I have to admit, the child in me thinks that's way cool. Now, of course, you probably would want to just use these for the effects on certain areas. Like, I don't think I would want to color my whole picture with this. I think I would get another color, another marker, like with a brush tip of pink to do the rest of this flower. And, yeah. And then something else, but like just to add on for little extra special effects. Whoopsie, that don't go here. I think they're going to be fun, and I personally am going to continue to play with these and see what all I can do. I'm doing a series with my Rock and Roll Rolodex where I make artwork on Rolodex cards and then put a lyric to the artwork on there. So it would be, I think, pretty cool to color in something on the card and then use the other end to write the lyric. Like, I'm thinking of all kinds of things that I personally can use these for. So, you know, if you're interested, there they are at Five Below. Here's the box again. If you're one that orders from Five Below, oh, here's the back. Here's the code. So, yeah, made in China, of course. But, yeah, it's been a really fun time experimenting with these. So, I hope you liked the video. And if you did, could you give me a thumbs up, please? And thank you. And I will see you next week. Bye.